Indian standard grades of concrete. Proportion of grades of concrete is standard. The Indian standard is method of proportioning grades of concrete is based on the properties of materials such as cement, aggregates, and water, and their respective proportions to achieve the desired properties of concrete. The proportioning of grades of concrete is based on the mix design, which specifies the proportion of each material that is required to produce concrete with the desired properties. The concrete grades specified in this method are M10, M15, M20, M25, M30, M35, M40, M45, M50, and M55. The number after the M represents the characteristic compressive strength of concrete in megapascals, MPa, after 28 days of curing. For example, M20 concrete has a characteristic compressive strength of 20 megapascals after 28 days of curing. The mixed proportion of grades of concrete as per its standard varies for different grades of concrete, and it is based on the following factors. Type of cement. The type of cement used in the mixed design is an important factor in determining the strength and durability of the concrete. Water-cement ratio. The water-cement ratio is a critical factor that affects the strength and workability of the concrete. The ratio varies for different grades of concrete, ranging from 0.5 for M10 concrete to 0.25 for M55 concrete. Coarse aggregate. The proportion of coarse aggregate is determined based on the maximum size of aggregate and the workability requirements of the concrete. Fine aggregate. The proportion of fine aggregate is determined based on the gradation and the workability requirements of the concrete. Here is an example of the proportion of grades of concrete as per its standard. M10 grade concrete, 1:3:6, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M15 grade concrete, 1:2:4, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M20 grade concrete, 1:1.5:3, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M25 grade concrete, 1:2, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M30 grade concrete, 1:1.67, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M35 grade concrete, 1:0.75, 1.5, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M40 grade concrete, 1:0.5, 1, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M45 grade concrete, 1:0.4, 0.8, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M50 grade concrete, 1:0.25, 0.5, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. M55 grade concrete, 1:0.2, 0.4, cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. It is important to note that the proportion of grades of concrete should be adjusted based on the specific materials being used and the intended application. Factors such as the strength of the concrete, the durability of the concrete, and the workability of the mixture should all be considered when determining the appropriate proportion of grades of concrete for a given application. Thanks for watching.